Hello, everyone. We are doing a love and sex reading, and there's only 2 cards for each pile. So I'm going to move the light a little here so my shadow doesn't continue to interfere. Pile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Choose your pile. Alrighty. Alright. 1. We've got the 5 of Swords in reverse. I'm hearing needing to come out of conflict. For some of you, it's an inner conflict, and for some of you, you're in a relationship and one of you just needs to give in. Be the bigger person, drop it, say you're sorry. Yeah. With the 5 of Swords being reversed, I'm also feeling a hesitation for intimacy, like to truly be vulnerable. For some of you, it's emotional intimacy, like the fight that you're having with your significant other requires you to explore deep wounds that you're hesitant to explore, and it has nothing to do with them. It's more about your fear of facing your wounds. But I'm hearing that it will be very healing for you to expose this wound to your partner, and they'll help you. It's just going to require like you putting your ego aside. For those of you where that doesn't apply, I think it's just a matter of like you getting naked with yourself more. Like you're being called to do that. And also get more raw and open and vulnerable and honest with yourself about how you're feeling. Like you're just not allowing your feelings to express themselves even when you're by yourself, and you're being very much called to do that because this card is called Undressing. Since there's only 1 card from each deck for each pile, we're going to read all of them too today. So keep in mind the message is reversed. Wait. Yeah, 5 of Swords. Well, I was wrong about the name of the card, but that's okay. That message still applies. It always does. Shaking things up, Magic of the Purple Flowers. For some of you, if you're like, I don't feel like I'm in internal conflict, I'm not in a conflict with my partner, it's that you guys are in a rut. Like things are a little boring, either on your end or their end or both of your ends. I'm hearing a message, a specific message for those of you in a relationship where you're feeling bored and stagnant and kind of like, bleh. Your partner feels it too, they're just not communicating it to you. So, shaking things up, Magic of the Purple Flowers. You must overcome the fear of judgment, shame, and a sense of inadequacy. All around, it's just like a need to open up. Not judging yourself, not feeling bad about what you're going through or feeling or wanting. And by you showing up in your relationship or whoever you're interested in, if it's not a relationship and it's kind of a surface level, you're still getting to know each other, but it still feels kind of boring, but you kind of don't want to give up because you still want to see what's happening. Another very specific message. You're not allowing yourself to take a risk by exposing yourself to this person, by being more open with them. And also, if that doesn't apply, if you feel like you want to take that leap, if you want to take that adventure, if you want to get intimate sooner, like you need to express that. Yeah. You must overcome the fear of judgment, shame, and a sense of inadequacy. You must give yourself a good shake and take some risks. You're not taking the risk that you need to take. You do need to shake yourself out of this rut or this inability to open up, whether it's to yourself or with the person that you're dating or in a relationship with. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling like a call to adventure here. So there's your Tarot of Sexual Magic message. And then your romance angel is playfulness. Makes sense. Lightening up, being more playful. For some of you, by doing more of what you love, like if you're not involved with anybody, just doing what makes you happy just for the sake of it, it's going to allow you to be more emotional, actually. And you may notice there will be times where you're watching a movie or you're having so much fun and you just get really emotional out of nowhere. Don't judge yourself for it. That's the specific message for you. Allow the emotions to come out, because it's like your body is feeling free enough to where your emotions feel safe to come out. This is what I'm getting here. Also, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. For those of you where you're just getting to know someone and you're not sure you want to keep going, try to be more playful and fun about it. And I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised by them. For those of you in a relationship, you need to spice things up. You need to plan a trip or like a little staycation, date night, at-home date night. Yes. Here's your messages. Lighten up and have fun. Let your emotions flow. Be honest with yourself. Get out of this rut. Keep in mind, they're general readings, so similar theme will apply, but, based on your situation. Okay. 2. We are going to start with your Tarot of Sexual Magic message. You've got the 9 of Wands reversed. I'm feeling a lack of vitality, a lack of passion. For some of you, you've been single for a while and you're wondering, like, when is my next relationship coming? For others of you, it's like you are thinking, like, you're not sure if you want to fight for your relationship that you're in anymore. You're thinking about giving up. There's just this sense of like waiting for so long, almost to the point of like, what's going to happen? Like, should I give up? Is anything going to happen? Whether you're single or in a relationship, with the 9 of Wands being reversed. Okay. I feel like if you are in a relationship, one or both of you is really craving the physical touch and the softness of the touch, the intimacy, the love, the feeling of love behind the touch that used to be there. If you're questioning that, like you're wondering if they're feeling it, I think it's more on one end though than the other. Like maybe it's them and you're kind of like, I don't know, I'm kind of feeling over it. I'm not sure what I should do. This is a general reading, so it's going to be different for all of you. But I know that some of you hearing this message and knowing that your partner is missing those soft, loving touches like this will spark a new inspiration within you to continue to try. And some of you, actually, I think it's going to be confirmation where you're like, I'm just not interested in doing that. Like, it's time to let go. There you go. Those are your messages. So it's a split. Some of you, it's based on how that made you feel. Trust that. Because for some of you, it really is just time to let it go. But for others of you, I'm hearing reignite, reignition. It's time to reignite. And for those of you where you're wondering if you're going to be single, like forever, I have a feeling you're like, am I just going to be single forever? Oh, it's been so long. Like, should I just give up on romance? I'm hearing no, don't give up on it. This is really a time for you to like self-reflect. Be who you are, like in your aloneness. Be more comfortable and that self-love. So the next relationship or the next encounter you have is going to be even better because you're going to have boundaries. You're going to feel good about yourself. You're going to know yourself. That's what I'm getting from this. Like, no, don't give up. It's not going to be forever. But also appreciate this time more. Don't be so frustrated all the time about it and like kind of feeling sorry for yourself in that lonely energy. Like, use this time. So the next relationship you have can be even better. And use this time to have a relationship with yourself is the message here. Okay, we're also going to read for all of them since there's only one card of each for each pile. Okay. Yeah, this card is called Caressing. So, like I was saying, your partner misses when you used to caress them with that feeling of love, for those of you in a relationship or dating. Like if you've been dating for a while and things are getting stale and you're like, I might want to let this go, but I'm not sure. Well, they miss how it was in the beginning. Whether it's you're dating or in a long-term relationship, they miss the caressing with this being reversed. The magic of the three little birds. Some of you have children with this person, which is the reason why you're wondering if you should let it go or not. But the strong message here is don't stay with them only for the children. Stay with them if it's for the children, and you hearing this message makes you feel inspired to try and reignite the passion. If you are really over it, your kids are going to sense that, you know? They're going to sense that lack of love, and it's actually better in the long run if that is true for you to split, because staying in a stale, loveless marriage is never good for the kids. It's never good for the kids. Yeah. So when a situation is suspended or blocked by doubt, you must hurry to resolve it because it cannot go on forever. Okay, yeah. There's definitely a lot of doubt. You know, we've been talking about that. I have a feeling you've been putting off making a decision for those of you who are in a relationship. But this is coming out reversed, like it's time to make a decision. It's kind of like dragging out sadness and confusion for you and your partner. And if you do have kids, for the kids too, because kids can always pick up on energy. So, you know, that's your message. I'm sorry it's difficult. Yeah, that's what I'm really feeling here. And for those of you who aren't in a relationship and you're like, is this going to go on forever? You know, like this card says, like, no, it's not going to go on forever. And don't hurry to rush into something with this being reversed. Because, you know, the message here, you must hurry to resolve it because it can't go on forever. But this card is reversed. So for those of you who are single, do not hurry. This is not going to go on forever. Like I said, take this time. This time is useful for you. Okay? Nine of Wands reversed. Now, what is your romance angel? Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Okay. Specific message for those of you in a long-term relationship who are thinking of getting out of it, who do not feel inspired by hearing that your partner longs for the caresses. And, you know, for those of you who even have kids who want to stay for the kids. This message is for both of those groups, okay? There is someone out there who is your soulmate that you're meant to be with. And it's not this person, okay? Now, a different message. For those of you who are in a relationship and feel like you want to try and reignite the spark and you just had no idea that your partner had been missing those loving caresses from you, they are your soulmate. Could be one of your soulmates. We do have multiple soulmates. But this feels important to like be with this person, you know? And it's meant to teach you lessons and challenge you, okay? This is just kind of a challenging time that you're in, but this person is your soulmate. It's specifically based on whether or not that a message made you feel inspired or even more distant, like you still are not sure what to do and you're pretty sure you want to let it go. It's specifically based on that, okay? Yeah, and then for those of you who are single, it's like this time of self-reflection and self-love and having a relationship with yourself and getting to know yourself and working on boundaries. It's all so you can be in this like really exalted place to bring your soulmate to you. So, you know, like I was saying from the beginning, no, you're not going to be single forever, but take advantage of this time so you can have an easier time with your soulmate and not boring, like easier and fulfilling and exciting, you know, with less emotional drama, with less, you know, boundary issues, codependencies, etc., because you worked so hard on yourself, because you really used this time, okay? How to? 3. All right. Oh, we've got 10 of Pentacles. I saw it already, so let's just go for it. We got 10 of Pentacles here, family. Attraction. You in reverse, though. Okay, so you've got the 10 of Pentacles in the Tarot of Sexual Magic. You're just feeling like a lack of passion and sensual pleasures. You're feeling like a stagnancy, but I'm feeling you still like emotional security, emotional and material security. It's just like a lack of passion, a lack of pleasure Like you're looking for pleasure. Yeah, because life is just feeling kind of stale. But this is actually a message for you to go inwards. Because your situation, you're either, okay, if it's not a family, like if you don't have a family with the person you're romantically involved with right now, like the person that you are interested in or with, okay? Because for this pile, I feel like all of you have somebody. Tell me how that resonates. It's very stable. 10 of Pentacles is very stable energy where everyone feels stable and taken care of, okay? And I don't feel like you should let it go. I don't think the issue is your relationship or this person that you're seeing. I think the issue is you focusing more on the positives of what's going on in your current situation, like the present moment, your day-to-day life. You have a tendency to get a little too negative about things. And I think you're very specifically affected by world events right now. And it's extremely understandable. We are all going through a collective trauma. So I think that's actually affecting your relationship. Just try to focus more on what fulfills you in terms of your sensual pleasures. You know, what you like to see, what you like to smell, flowers, you know, shows that really bring you pleasure to watch. You know, music, good food, that really pleasurable food, you know. It's all about you focusing on like self-pleasure right now, even masturbating. Whatever brings you pleasure, you know, the 5 senses, or, you know, masturbating. It's calling for you to, like, your relationship is good. In case you were wondering, like, it's extremely stable, it's emotionally stable, it's physically stable. In the long run, it would be best for all parties involved, whether you have kids or not, 'cause some of you have kids, and extended family, like you're all very close for some of you. It would be beneficial in the long run for you to just focus more on enjoying the moment fully, from a place of enjoying the pleasures of life, enjoying self-pleasure, enjoying the pleasures of this 5 senses, without guilt also. Like, you have a tendency to feel guilty about wanting pleasure in your life, and you have a tendency to kind of see the negatives. The glass is half empty rather than half full. And this feels like a transitory thing, like, I think just based on, like I said, like life currently. If you want more romance, if you want more passion in your relationship, enjoy the moment more fully. And the more you focus on yourself and your own self-pleasure journey, the more you're going to see your relationship transform. So we're also going to read out of the book for Tarot of Sexual Magic, since we only have 2 cards. 10 of Pentacles. Desire. Hey, you're looking for more desire. More drama, but like the good kind of drama. And I get that. The magic of the mirror. You're also looking for kind of like escapism, but in a good way, you know, to kind of escape from the harsh realities of day-to-day life, because, you know, there are harsh realities, but escapism can give you a sense of relief and healing. So, you know, try to find ways to integrate that into the bedroom as well with your partner. It's a message that kind of just popped in. Desire, the magic of the mirror. Vanity is the soul of love. You must love yourself to let yourself be loved, and you must love yourself before you can love another. See what I mean? It's all about your, like, self-pleasure journey. It's all about you. Love yourself enough to let yourself experience pleasure fully, without guilt or shame. And to feel good about it. Let yourself feel good. It's okay to feel good. It's actually more important to feel good about yourself and focus on the good things when we are all collectively going through a trauma, you know? Or when things are just hard in our lives in general. It's important to raise your vibration to keep it high. And that affects everyone around you as well. You know, it's all around a good thing. So I'm here to tell you that. Pile 3. All right. 4. We've got your Tarot of Sexual Magic message. We've got the Knave of Swords in reverse. Ooh, somebody's been watching you. I think online. Someone's been watching you on hearing social media. But then I'm getting a message for some of you. There's a neighbor of yours who's been watching you, who wants to date you, who's interested in you. Or maybe you have dated in the past and they're still interested in you, if you were wondering about that. So basically, with the Page of Swords in reverse, this person has been watching you from afar, whether online or in person, and they do not want to do that anymore. They want to come. I'm hearing they want to pounce. Like, they're very passionate about you. They think you're very beautiful. They love your body. They specifically love your body, whether you're curvy or not. Like, the things that you are hard on yourself about in terms of your body, this person loves. I'm getting a very strong positive energy coming from them, like allowing them back into your life or allowing them in when they do choose to come forward, because I do feel the energy of them coming forward eventually, especially with this being reversed, will be very healing for you in terms of the way you look at yourself, your self-image. Yeah, I get the feeling for all of you. You're not involved with anyone, but there's someone that you were either involved with before in one way or another, or someone who's just been watching you and wants to pounce, like they want to come in. They're sick of just watching you. It's like their passion is just growing and growing and growing, and they're just like, rah, they're like a freaking lion that wants to pounce on their prey, but like not eat you. Well, maybe eat you too, likely. Because there's like a strong admiration behind this sexual passion. It's not only like a physical, like they love your body, they think you're sexy, oh my god, they're obsessed like with like just doing you, but it's also like admiring you, you know, admiring who you are, what you look like. I think they have an idea at least of who you are. I'm so sorry, my phone has been going off since like 8 friggin' Gemini season. Hold on. Okay. So, yeah, I think they have like a clear idea of who you are. I'm hearing they idolize you, like as a person and what you look like. They think you're the ideal. They think you're the ideal. Like whether you're a man or a woman, they idolize you and they idealize you. They kind of worship you actually, which is why they've been watching you from afar, because it's like you're kind of like this. I'm getting a channeled message of like Hades and Persephone. Like he just couldn't help himself. You know, the myth of Hades and Persephone, if you're not familiar with it, you know, he's the lord of the underworld, and she's like this beautiful, innocent flower child, and she's out there playing and kind of like fairy-like out in nature with the flowers and the wind and the fairies, and she's dancing around in her innocence and her purity and her beauty, and he just couldn't help himself. He just had to go take her. Like, yeah. There's your message. This person does not want to watch you from afar anymore. They want to either come back or come forward. Right, now what's your message here? It's safe for you to love. Okay, so with that being reversed, that makes so much sense. So I'm going to put this upright for you to enjoy the imagery. This makes a lot of sense. With this being reversed, they're scared. They're scared of rejection. For some of you, they're afraid that they haven't gotten involved with you yet. Like they're afraid that when they do come forward, that they have feelings of inadequacy. Like they're not gonna meet your standards. Or for some of you, they're afraid that you're mad at them and you're not gonna forgive them and reject them in that way. They're also working on their self-love right now, is what I'm feeling here. Like they don't love themselves enough to feel confident enough to come forward. But I'm kind of feeling an energy of like they're almost there. Like they're really almost there. But you know, they're also afraid of like they would be so hurt if you rejected them for whatever reason it is. They're not feeling safe to come forward just yet, but they're like almost there with this being reversed. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Yeah, I think that they like really love you. Or have like really deep feelings for you. It's one or the other. Like this passion runs deep. And also they're just gonna like maul you. It's gonna be like very carnal, animalistic, passionate sex. And I'm definitely, you know what, actually with this image, like they definitely wanna like eat you out or like go down on you. Yeah. Because it's like a worshiping type of thing. So, wow. That's beautiful. Okay. 5. 9 of Swords reversed. I'm hearing up all night. Yeah. This person's obsessive over you. Your person of interest. For a lot of you, it's an ex. And you want them back, and they also want you back, okay? That's the message here. Keep in mind, these are general readings. I'm just going to channel what comes. I show you. 9 of Swords reversed. 9 of Swords reversed. They want to come out of this like sleepless nights anxiety over you. And then I also get a message here of like you're feeling this way, like you are really overwhelmed by your thoughts of the person that you're interested in. For some of you, it's a twin flame connection. You're both like very obsessive about the other. And I think that both of you are unaware of this. Like if you're feeling a certain way in your twin flame, your twin's feeling the same way too. So I'm just here to tell you that. 9 of Swords reversed. Yeah, then there's some X's. The X's are coming back in again. They miss the feel of your body. They miss touching you. For some of you, it's going to be a surprise when this X comes back. And they are going to come back during Venus retrograde is the message here. So this is not particularly a timeless reading. I wouldn't call this a timeless reading. Very pertinent to right now. So 9 of Swords reversed, 9 of Swords reversed, coming back, an X coming back, a twin being as obsessive as you are. If you're having some sleepless nights or like you kind of wake up and you're just like so passionate about somebody and you just can't get them off your mind, I'm hearing they feel the same way too. For some of you, you're being called to reach out to the person that you can't get off your mind, that you wake up and think about in the middle of the night or when you first wake up in the morning, or that you're obsessing about. There's definitely like a need to come out of like the obsessive thoughts and come forward in some way, whether for you or the other person. Like I said, general reading. But definitely trust your intuition, you know. If you're not feeling called to step forward to someone, then someone is feeling called to step forward to you and they will come around. I'm hearing soon. And like I said, Venus retrograde. Okay, I want to read this now before we get to this. 9 of Swords. So you can see it. Rubbing, the magic of the black cat. Yeah, like I said, someone misses touching you. They miss the feel of your body. The magic of the black cat. Taking some distance to restore harmony, exciting to appease desire, giving of oneself to let mystery die. Yeah, someone, because this is reversed. This message is like reversed. Someone is really missing you. They are hating this distance. Their desire is overwhelming for you. If there was any kind of miscommunication with this person, they want to work through it. They want to talk to you about it. I'm feeling a hesitation, though, still. Even the world of love is the fruit of paradoxes. You must begin again after each error. They're just not sure if you're going to want to begin again. Okay? Like I said, general reading. But there's an overall theme. Take what resonates. So we've got stay optimistic about your love life in reverse. This is for you and your person of interest. I'm really feeling for all of you, actually. The way that you're feeling and obsessing and in anxiety over and having sleepless nights over or waking up in the middle of the night and thinking about or the first person you think about in the morning, it's very, very likely for all of you is what I'm feeling who chose this pile, that they feel the same way too. Now with this being reversed, it feels like more of a message for you, but also for both. Like there's a message of obsessive negativity, replaying the past, self-blame, blaming the other, a need for communication, especially with what I just read to you from the 9 of Swords card. If you want this person to come forward, if you feel like they did you wrong and you're waiting for them to come forward, you need to stop projecting negative energy at them. You know, because the truth is when your energy is connected to another, when your souls are connected, when you have, if you don't want to put it that way, when your energy is connected to another through an energetic cord, which can be explained scientifically. Anyone we have a relationship with, there's an energy cord that goes back and forth, so energy is exchanged. That's scientific. You're projecting so much negativity towards the situation that it's not coming forward. So, you know, there's a message of needing to be more optimistic about this situation, less blaming, whether it's self-blame or blaming them or both. in order for them to come forward, if you want them to come forward. Also, there's a message that if you can stop being so negative and, like I said, blaming yourself or blaming them, or, thinking the worst is going to happen, or focusing on all the negativity of the past, then you are going to be in a more empowered position and feel more inspired and trust your intuition enough to come forward to them. Because I actually kind of feel like it doesn't really matter who comes forward, because you're both feeling the same way, but there's definitely a message here of stop being so negative and stop being so obsessive in your own head. Like, one of you needs to come forward. Okay? Definitely what I'm feeling here. Okay, that was 5. Now we've got 6. 10 of Swords. I'm actually getting kind of like a freaky, like masturbating all up in your like self-love, feeling good about yourself, like trying new things with yourself. If you're not already doing this, you're being called to do this. All the hardships from your past, you're at the end of that. And I feel like you've really healed a lot. And you may be obsessive in your own head, and you may overthink the past, and, what's next? Have I grown enough? Like, am I going to meet someone? Like, try to celebrate your accomplishments, because you are in this like self-love, like beauty from radiating from within, adventurous spirit, healed so much, been through so much. Like, try to give yourself some more props, because 10 of Swords, you really are at the end of a tough cycle. Okay. And that's why you're in your head so much, because you've been through so much, but like, I'm feeling a victory here. And the victory is like beauty and self-love. Like the way you see yourself in the mirror is very different. And I want you to start paying more attention to that if you're not already. Basically, this is just like kudos. You've been through a lot and you've done really well, and you are really like standing in your power, okay? And try to transmute your thoughts and use them more productively. Instead of like thinking so much about the past and wondering like what's next, or how much you've grown, or what are the lessons, or, like, instead of focusing so much on past relationships or what you need to do next, or how much you've grown, just know that you've grown and try to direct your thoughts at something productive that is like what you want to do, like in life, your career, your hobbies. For some of you, traveling, like direct your thoughts at something more self-satisfying. Okay, I want to read this to you. 10 of Swords. I'm just getting like you're really like feeling yourself vibe from this. But then also like a lot of mental overactivity and being at the end of a cycle in your relationships. I think you've really changed a lot. And I just want you to know that it's in a very positive way, and you've done really well. You've handled things very well. And you've really learned a lot, and you've really grown a lot. So please don't be hard on yourself if you are in any way, Expecting yourself to grow more and not like fully appreciating how much you've grown can be like self-sabotaging, and you don't deserve that right now. You deserve like all the self-love and all the happiness and the joy in the world because of everything you've been through and how much you've accomplished. So, squeezing, the magic of the tears. Even pain can be transformed into power. Yeah. You mustn't flee from emotions, but rather use them to find the true essence of our desires. So, okay, it's kind of a matter of like, you're using mental overactivity to avoid facing the harsh feelings of everything you've been through, or the sadness of your loneliness sometimes. I feel like for some of you, you are longing for someone, and I'm hearing you're almost there, okay? So that's a message for some of you. But you have changed. You have transformed your pain into power. You're in a much more powerful place. Try to get more in touch with your feelings. Try to be a little softer at times. Find more times to just relax and journal, or listen to some sad songs and cry it out and just allow it, Like, I think you should just be a little more nurturing with yourself right now is the message here. But yeah, you're really standing in your power. You're really feeling yourself. And if you're not, you really should be. So yeah, the magic of the tears. There is magic in crying. It doesn't have to be exhausting. It can be magical. It can be transforming, healing, and it will be healing for you. And it'll help you to move on into this next chapter of your life and not hover in between so much. Heart-to-heart conversations. So for some of you, use Gemini season to connect with others more from a heart center. Be more vulnerable. Allow yourself to be human. You know, I think you put a lot of pressure on yourself to be kind of like perfect and idyllic, and you are in a certain way, and a lot of people do see you in that way, especially now. But try to be more vulnerable and try and wear your heart on your sleeve, express your pain to others. And I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised at like the intimate encounters that you have. And I think you're not only going to heal yourself through it, but others are going to get healed through you, and you're going to learn a lot. I think your heart to heart conversations is all about you just connecting with like strangers, friends, family right now, to still be on this journey, like in between lives in terms of your romance and your sexual, you know, like, that's not really like the main thing on the table right now. The main thing on the table is really exploring your emotions from like a very nurturing place, to really get in that self-love energy and direct your mental activity towards things that make you feel happy and fulfilled, and really just let yourself and enjoy yourself. Like, this is a self-love journey right now. You're at the end of a tough cycle of romantic and sexual relationships, and you're really meant to just like enjoy yourself, focus on self-love and boundaries, but also to connect with people. And think that this is like a transitory period where you're relearning intimacy kind of from square one with like strangers, friends, and family. You're learning how to be open and vulnerable and human, to accept your imperfections and still see yourself in an idyllic way. And get ready for the next romantic journey that's to come. And be more honest with yourself about how you're feeling, and be more honest with others about how you're feeling, and be amazed at the process. You're kind of like a newborn in that way right now, from a very powerful place, like a very empowered place that I think is very new for you, and you should very much embrace it. Yeah. 7. All right, we've got the Tower. Yeah, we've got some intense energy here. The Tower. The first things I'm hearing are breakup and cheating. So, hold on. We're only doing one card of each, so true love. Okay, so there's different messages. Don't freak out. It's a general reading. There's different messages for different people, okay? Don't be like, oh my God, my person's cheating. Because for some of you, that's not the case. For some of you, you're worried that your person is cheating. You've become kind of obsessive about it, but it's more your own insecurities, because you do have true love with this person. You can trust this person. It's guided by angels. Like, this is the romance of a lifetime for real. And you're becoming too obsessive, I think, because of past hurts, past relationships, self-love, insecurity issues. So it's really just a call to work more on yourself. But for some of you, you're the one who cheated in your relationship, okay? And I'm actually getting an interesting message here of whether it was emotional cheating or physical cheating or both. Actually, that person is your true love. And, you know, sometimes it's not an ideal situation of how things happen. However, that's how it's happened for you. Better to embrace it, because I think it's really time to leave the person you've been with. I think that you've been with them like longer. I'm hearing like past the expiration date. And this was a catalyst, but also an opportunity for you to really experience true love, because it feels like there's a lot of like comfort in this relationship, but not like romance and love and passion. And you will have that with this person. They may have tendencies, though. I have to admit, they may be flirty. They may have emotional affairs. I have to be honest with you. And that feels like it comes from their own issues. And you're just going to have to work with that as it goes, because, you know, this is how it started. So they're clearly, you know, in this situation, they're clearly like, okay on some level with like, someone going outside of the trust that they built with another person, okay? So I'm not saying that to be harsh, although it is. But I just want you to know, like, this is going to be true love, although you are going to potentially have to deal with, like, worrying about them going and doing other things because they're flirty. They may even have physical affairs. This is a general reading. Okay, there are different messages here. So for some of you, you're worrying that your partner cheated, and no, they didn't. It's your own issues, and you have to work on yourself. For some of you, you cheated. The person you cheated with actually is your true love, but there are going to be some like jealousy issues that come up in your relationship should you choose it. But I think you should, because it feels like the relationship you're in is stale, and that's why you cheated in the first place. And it was really past, it was already over, and you just needed a little push. Okay, now are there any more messages here with the Tower? I think, okay, one last message. For some of you where that doesn't apply, none of that applies. You're going through a period in your life where everything around you feels like it's crashing down. And I have to say, it kind of feels like the place where you live, your career, your friends, like just everything's changing, but it's changing for a good reason, okay? I don't freak out about it. You know, I know it's difficult and easy to freak out about, but everything that's falling was not built on solid ground, on something that's going to really be stable and long lasting for you in the future. I'm hearing because you've changed, okay? So allow whatever is leaving your life, whether it's career or the place you live or your friends, possibly even just your relationship is just ending, okay? Without any element of cheating. Allow it to go because it's meant to go. Because the romance of a lifetime wants to come in for you. And you have to clear some stuff out of your life for it to come in with the Tower, okay? Now, I do want to read this out of the book, the Tower. And this is major arcana, so you're going through a huge life change right now, and it is going to be very sudden. The changes in your life, whatever leaves, the drama, you know, kind of prepare yourself for it. Take good care of yourself so you can, you know, come at it from like a balanced place. Because the Tower can be sudden, unexpected, drastic change. This is general reading. Okay. The Tower. Betrayal. Okay, yeah, some of you, I think, it depends because it's going to apply for different people differently, but this is the card of betrayal and true love. Like your true love has betrayed you, or for some of you that your true love has betrayed you in a past life, and that's why you have this worry that they're going to betray you again. I'm hearing they've changed, or you can work through this change together, okay? Betrayal and true love. Let's just read the card. Take what resonates. Focus on the general themes. This is a general reading. There's only 2 cards here. But I'm channeling what's coming. So, and I know these are intense messages. So, you know, just try to breathe through it. Try not to jump to the worst conclusion. Because for some of you, you are jumping to the worst conclusion and that's not the case. Okay, the Tower. Betrayal, the Doll. A dangerous situation, betrayal, deception. For some of you, it's self-deception. Or imminent breakup, like I was saying. Protect yourself from this threat by using all your own resources. Like I was saying, take good care of yourself right now. Like physically, your body, take extra good care of yourself. Eat healthy foods, drink lots of water, exercise, do what makes you happy. Like really, that's important for you so you can handle whatever is coming or whatever is happening right now from a better place, okay? But, I mean, really, true love is here. And it feels like very positive. So it's like no matter what is happening in terms of this Tower card, something positive is coming out of it is what I'm feeling, okay? Yeah, for all of you. Now, final pile. 8. 3 of Cups reversed. Oh, this is good. Oh, this is another twin flame pile. For most of you. Not all of you, though. For all of you, you've been dealing with a third-party situation. That's exactly what I'm feeling from this card. Now, this could be an ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, or it could be like an overbearing family member. It could be an overbearing friend. You know what I mean? Your third-party situation, whoever this other very prominent person is in your love interest's life who's been affecting your relationship negatively, something's changing to where they can't anymore. Like coming out of this third-party situation. Either the person you're interested in is finally healing from their past relationship or they're setting healthy boundaries finally, but something is finally happening here, okay? That's very much the message that I'm getting here. It's almost time for like a renewal within your relationship. Some of you are actually in a relationship that has been affected by like their mom or like like their best friend. But with the egg here, it's like a possibility for like new birth within your relationship. For those of you where it's the person you're interested in and you're not in a relationship, like this roadblock is going to be taken. I feel like from the universe, like the universe is helping this situation. Your person is paying more attention to the synchronicities and working more on their self-love to come from a place of boundaries, and also like finding closure with the past relationships. Because for some of you, it's like a combination of all of it. Like they have just allowed other people to have too much of an influence over them in general. So they're learning like a really big life lesson right now, which is very positive and assisted by the universe, okay? But with the egg here, it's like the possibility for rebirth, renewal. Whether you're with this person or like they're about to come towards you. That's what I'm feeling. So you deserve love in reverse. Yeah, whether it's your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your husband or your wife, or this is the person that you are romantically interested in. Whoever this third party situation is, or the combination of like the people, they have made your person feel bad about themselves. Like they can't make their own decisions. Like they need someone to do it for them. Like they don't think that they can handle it. With this you deserve love in reverse, they've made them feel like they're not lovable. Like they've projected insecurities onto them. You know, I'm kind of just giving you examples, or it could be a combination of. But this third party has made your person feel like they are not worthy of actual real love and self-love and boundaries. But I feel like they're finally just going to have enough of this. Like, I'm sorry. Let's just turn the sound off. I've been meaning to do that, but I've had a lot going on today. So, yeah. I definitely feel your person coming out of it, though. There's going to be a big change in your relationship for those of you who are in a committed relationship. And for those of you who've been waiting on someone and you know there's been interference from the outside, like there's going to be a big change with that, specifically with Venus retrograde. I think towards the end is the message here. Yes. Let's read 3 of Cups out of the book. Passion. The magic of the egg. The egg is a promise of life. It indicates improvement, success in love, and relief from heartbreak. And it is reversed. Either your partner is missing the passion with you, and that is going to be another factor in what finally gets them to have like enough is enough with this outside interference. Or it's like, I mean, really overall, this person is just done with feeling heartbroken, with feeling unsuccessful in their romantic relationship with you. Like I have a feeling even if they're not with you, like they know who you are and they want to come towards you. They just, it's like they're going to finally have enough of like this lack of self-love and the projections of other people and the interference of other people. Yeah. It's not improving yet, but it will improve with this being reversed. There's some important lessons of boundaries and self-love that your person is learning, whether you're with them or not. And you also have some very important lessons with Venus retrograde. I mean, we all do, but your pile really, I'm feeling that. You feel very interconnected. Twin flames, like I was already saying. So if you're twins, then you're working on self-love and boundaries as well. But if your energies are just very connected, if you're like soulmates, or if you just, care about each other, like your energies are linked, like, it's going to be very similar. Like maybe there's someone or someone's or some things in your life that are interfering with this as well. And it's time for you to kind of dive deep. You have some lessons to learn from Venus retrograde as well. You're going to notice a change either at the end of Venus retrograde or like very shortly after in your situation, Pilate. All right, everybody. Please subscribe if you like this video and hit that like button. And if you want a personal reading, my information is down below. And I hope you all have a great day. Bye. Mwah.